The Pawnee, a historically significant tribe of the Central Plains, embody the resilience, adaptability, and cultural depth of indigenous peoples. Once numbering over 60,000 individuals and thriving in the fertile river valleys of what is now Nebraska and northern Kansas, they lived in tightly knit communities that were strategically positioned along the Loup, Republican, and South Platte rivers. Today, the Pawnee are federally recognized as the Pawnee Nation of Oklahoma, headquartered in Pawnee, Oklahoma, where they continued to preserve their traditions and maintain their sovereignty. Known in their language as Chattics, meaning men of men, the Pawnee speak a language belonging to the Caddoan family, which connects them to other tribes, such as the Wichita and Arikara. This linguistic heritage reflects shared historical roots, while also underscoring the unique cultural identity the Pawnee developed over centuries of life on the Great Plains. The Pawnee's traditional villages were composed of large, expertly constructed earth lodges. These circular, semi-subterranean homes were masterpieces of architectural ingenuity, built using wood frames covered with tightly packed layers of earth. This design provided insulation against the bitterly cold winters and cool shelter during the hot summers. The villages themselves were often fortified with ditches and palisades, serving as a defense against potential raids from neighboring tribes. Within these villages, life was marked by a balance between communal effort and individual roles. Women were central to the community's survival, cultivating extensive fields of corn, beans, squash, and sunflowers, crops that formed the backbone of the Pawnee diet and were deeply embedded in their spiritual belief. Men organized seasonal buffalo hunts, traveling far across the plains to secure meat, hides, and other resources essential for survival. These hunts were not only practical endeavors, but also sacred rituals tied to the Pawnee's cosmology and their reverence for the interconnectedness of life. By the 18th century, the Pawnee were one of the most populous and influential tribes in the region. Their society was marked by a sophisticated hierarchical structure, with hereditary chiefs and priests who played pivotal roles in governance and spiritual practices. These leaders guided the tribe through a complex web of rituals and ceremonies, the most notable of which was the Morning Star ceremony. This elaborate ritual, involving human sacrifice, was performed to ensure agricultural fertility and maintain cosmic harmony. Though misunderstood and often demonized by outsiders, such practices were deeply rooted in the Pawnee's spiritual worldview, reflecting a profound understanding of the cycles of nature and their place within the universe. The Pawnee's rich culture and thriving society faced profound challenges with the arrival of European settlers and the subsequent westward expansion of the United States. In the 17th and 18th centuries, tribes such as the Lakota, Dakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho began moving onto the Great Plains, competing for resources and encroaching on Pawnee territory. The Pawnee referred to these groups collectively as Kararu, or enemy tribes. These conflicts were further exacerbated by the introduction of horses, firearms, and other European technologies, which disrupted traditional power dynamics among the Plains tribes. The Pawnee adapted to these changes with remarkable ingenuity, incorporating horses into their hunting practices and forging new alliances to secure their survival. The most devastating blow to the Pawnee, however, came in the form of diseases brought by Europeans. Epidemics of smallpox, measles, and cholera swept through their communities, decimating their population. By 1860, the once thriving Pawnee had been reduced to just 4,000 individuals. This catastrophic loss was compounded by U.S. government policies that sought to displace and marginalize Native American tribes. Through a series of treaties signed in the 19th century, the Pawnee ceded vast tracts of their ancestral lands to the U.S. government. These agreements, often made under coercion, resulted in the loss of their traditional hunting grounds and farming areas. By 1873, the Pawnee were forcibly relocated to Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, where they faced new challenges in adapting to an unfamiliar environment. Despite these hardships, the Pawnee demonstrated extraordinary resilience. Many Pawnee men enlisted as scouts for the U.S. Army during the Indian Wars, using their knowledge of the plains and their traditional enemies to assist in military campaigns. Pawnee scouts gained a reputation for their skill and bravery, participating in key battles such as the Powder River Expedition and the Battle of Summit Springs. These contributions, while significant, also reflected the difficult choices facing Native American tribes during this period as they navigated the complex dynamics of survival, allegiance, and resistance. Cultural resilience remained a cornerstone of Pawnee identity during this era of upheaval. Their religious practices, deeply rooted in their cosmology, continued to guide their agricultural and communal activities. The Morning Star ceremony, though eventually suppressed by external pressures, remained a powerful symbol of their spiritual beliefs. Oral traditions, storytelling, and artistic expressions flourished, serving as vital means of preserving their history and values. These practices provided a sense of continuity and belonging, even as the Pawnee grappled with the loss of their lands and traditional way of life. The Dawes Act of 1887 further disrupted the Pawnee's communal landholding system, forcing them to accept individual allotments and opening their remaining lands to non-native settlers. This policy undermined the tribe's social cohesion and economic stability, leaving many Pawnee families vulnerable to exploitation and poverty. Nevertheless, the Pawnee persevered, finding ways to adapt and rebuild. In 1892, they signed an agreement with the Cherokee Commission that finalized the allotment process, marking the end of their communal land ownership, but not their determination to preserve their cultural identity. Today, the Pawnee Nation of Oklahoma stands as a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of its people. Efforts to revitalize the Pawnee language, preserve traditional ceremonies, and advocate for tribal sovereignty reflect their commitment to cultural preservation and self-determination. Tribal members actively work to pass down their heritage to future generations, ensuring that the stories, values, and traditions of the Pawnee remain vibrant. The Pawnee Nation also engages in economic development, education, and environmental stewardship, demonstrating their ability to adapt to contemporary challenges while honoring their rich history. Their journey, marked by both hardship and triumph, serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience of indigenous peoples and their vital contributions to the cultural fabric of the United States. The story of the Pawnee is one of survival, adaptation, and cultural perseverance. From their origins in the lush river valleys of the Central Plains to their forced relocation to Indian Territory, they have weathered immense challenges with dignity and determination. Their history is not only a testament to their own resilience, but also a reflection of the broader struggles and triumphs of Native American tribes across the United States. By honoring their past and embracing the future, the Pawnee continue to inspire and educate, ensuring that their legacy endures for generations to come.